hopefully you're in your homework notebook, and we're going to begin by dating our page 10/23/17, and we're going to remind ourselves that today's lesson focus is legal move number 1. You just wrote it down on your template. Legal move number 1 says we're allowed to take a triangle off the left side as long as we take one off the right side, or vice versa. I am going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to lead you through a couple examples to get you started, and then you can go ahead and start your homework. Let's try example A. Example A. (5x plus 2 equals 2x plus 14). The first thing I'm going to do is skip a line and translate all of this into our triangles and number cubes that we're familiar with. So I'm going to take 5 x's, or 5 triangles. Do that quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my plus 2 is basically a 2 number cube. Now 2x, 2 x's or 2 triangles, plus a number cube 14. 1, 2, and 14. So the new rule, the legal move number 1 that we just learned, said that I'm allowed to take off some triangles and get them out of my way. But if I do this one on the left, I must also take one off the right. When I do that, because I took the same amount off of this side of my scale and this side of my scale did not tip in either direction. It is not tilted, it is perfectly even. I'm going to do the same thing, take off a triangle here and another triangle here. Well, now I'm going to put a rectangle around what's left. Blue rectangle. And I'm actually going to rewrite my equation down here. I'm only going to use what I have left. I'm only going to use the blue. Now, you don't have to rewrite, but it helps me stay organized. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and a number cube 2 should be equal to 14. So now I've got to think to myself, I'm obviously trying to get this whole side up to 14. I've already got 2 here, which means what I have left over here has to add up to 12, because 12 plus 2 will give me 14 on this side, and then I'll have 14 on this side. I know that if I evenly distribute 12 divided by my 3 triangles, I will end up with 4. So I am going to guess in this problem that a triangle is equal to 4. In order to check that, though, if I really, really want to check all of my work and make sure I'm accurate, I'm going to go back to this original equation. And for every single triangle that was in my original problem, I'm going to replace it with a 4. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2 should be equal to 4 plus 4 plus 14. So let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fours. 5 times 4 is 20. Then I add 2 more, so the left side looks like it's 22. On the right side, I've got 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 14, I think also would be 22. Remember, you've got your number lines, or you've got those number counters if you're having trouble adding those bigger numbers. So 22 equals 22. It looks like I was correct and the triangle was 4. Now I'm moving my paper up and I'm going to try letter B. Oops, just one more example. Before you can start your homework, make sure you've got it. Letter B looks like this. 2x plus x plus 4 equals 4x plus 1. I'm going to make my scale. I'm going to make sure that I use my equal sign as that dividing line. And I've got quite a bit to translate here. I've got 2 x's here, which mean 2 triangles. 1, 2. Then I've got just 1 x alone in the middle. And then I've got plus 4, or a number cube 4. On the right, I've got 4x, or 4 triangles. And number cube 1. Now remember, I'm going to use my strategy that I just learned, my legal move number 1, and I'm going to start removing some triangles. As long as I remove one from the left and one from the right, it's legal. It doesn't change the balance of my scale. One from the left, one from the right, one from the left, one from the right, and now it looks like what I've got is triangle plus 1 on the right and a 4 on the left. So I'm actually going to rewrite this down here. It helps me get organized if I rewrite. That part is up to you. I'm going to make my number cube 4 over here and my triangle plus number cube 1 here. Now it seems pretty easy to me because I know if I need to reach 4, I need this side to also be 4. I've already got 1, I need 3 more to get to 4. So I'm going to say triangle equals 3. And then I'm going to go back to my original setup, my original triangles, because that is the real test of whether I'm correct or not. So for every triangle, I'm going to replace it with a 3. All right, now I've got a lot of multiplying or adding to do. Let's see, 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 4 is 13. So my left side is 13. Let's check out the right side. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. I did it. Now on your homework, as you finish this, again you have 2 pages. You're going to be asked to do all of these steps. The only thing that's optional at this point is whether or not you want to rewrite your problem after you've crossed off X's. That is up to you. But translating into triangles is required, and crossing off triangles on each side is required. Good luck, and don't forget to check your work from last Wednesday.